Published, 1637 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018. Updated, 1652 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018. Arsene Wenger has between now and the summer to somehow turn the tide of opinion from within the corridors of power at Arsenal that he must leave this summer, after Sunday's harrowing loss to Manchester City at Wembley. This was the Frenchman's first opportunity to prove that he can have a future at the Emirates Stadium beyond the end of the season. But how did Wenger fare? Sportsmail takes a look. Arsene Wenger checks his watch, but how much time does the Arsenal boss have left? Wenger screams instructions, but his team were soundly beaten. In front of a sparse Emirates, Wenger reverted to a back four for Thursday night's clash after starting their feeble Wembley effort with a back three. The manager, of course, had to do something. His team were overrun at the weekend. He had to at least be seen to be doing something about it. Not that the change of formation helped at all, as Manchester City cruised into a 3-0 lead inside 33 minutes. Wenger could have fielded a back 10 and City would have still found a way past the gaping cracks in Arsenal's defense. Wenger is no master tactician. He never has been, with the likes of Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp and Patrick Vieira in his team. He didn't have to be. But this Arsenal squad is bordering on average. They need a manager who can devise a meticulous game plan for matches like these. Sadly, Wenger simply isn't that man. Mesut Ozil and Aaron Ramsey stroll back to the halfway line after David Silva made it 0-2. Bernardo Silva fired in Manchester City's first as they put Arsenal to the sword in North London. Wenger recalled Enrique Mkhitaryan to his starting 11 after the Armenian missed the Carabao Cup final loss because he was cup-tied. The Arsenal manager hoped the former Manchester United attacker would inject some creativity into his team after Sunday's woeful showing. No such luck, and to compound the misery for Wenger, key midfielder Jack Wilshere missed Thursday's defeat with an ankle injury, but the club hope he'll be available for Sunday's visit to Brighton. Manchester City's players celebrate the first of their goals as they raced ahead against Arsenal. They say a team is the reflection of their manager. Wenger, with his team capitulating in front of his eyes, spent the vast majority of the game sat down. His side may as well have been perched next to him given how they let City steamroller them. In contrast, Pep Guardiola spent near enough the entire match pacing up and down his technical area, barking orders at his team. Even at 3-0, the City manager didn't relent. Arms folded, sitting on a sheepskin blanket, Wenger seemed lifeless. Much like his team, there were a couple of token gestures from the Frenchman, a half-baked attempt to cajole Aaron Ramsey after a misplaced pass from the Welshman. But if Arsenal's stars were in search of inspiration on Thursday night, it would have been pointless for them to look to their bench. Wenger looks to the floor. His position as Arsenal manager is coming under further scrutiny. It's easy to conclude that Wenger has lost the players, particularly given their reaction, or rather lack of, to going behind on Thursday night. Truth be told, this is a group of players who have huge respect for their manager. But, at the same time, this is group of players know in their heart of hearts that Arsenal will never again be the force it once was under Wenger. This is an Arsenal squad lacking direction, but not one who are actively colluding against their manager.